of success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you will have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because you got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you don't want it badder than you want to party, you don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success. You don't want it badder than... I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. I'm not eating like I eat at home. That's why you're about to go to the next level, because if you keep eating like you ate at home, you'll keep being a boy or a girl. It's time to become man, woman.
Hey, Hot Facts with Robert Reese, man. This your boy Dash Man, the cool tapping in with you, brother. Hey, I'm right here on a break in my dash right now, getting busy, but I figured I'd tap in before I eat some grub real quick. But yo, man, I like your channel, like what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we share some of the same ideas as far as like how to navigate this gig market. So just tapping in, showing love, man. I seen your comment. Finally got a chance to hit you, bro. Whenever you get a chance back, man, just holler, man, for sure, man. Love, bro. Be safe.
All gravy, baby.
Hot spot. Hot spot.
That you said that, man. This is your lane. You made this. This is your baby, and you're gonna see it through. You know, that's great. When Dash Bandicoot told me about you, and I'm like, I've never heard of this man before. But if you're, he was like, he basically told me he would follow you to war if there was a war. I'm like, I gotta check him out. You know, and that's how I started watching your channel.
This guy, he brings the energy. He's got the best intro in all of YouTube, mate. He's got other people saying his name, and there's a reason for that. And he can get subscribers from anyone. With his great personality, man. The Hot Facts is exactly that, man.
Hot Facts, KG Sports, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Hot Facts with Robert Reese. What's up, guys? You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese. Take care.
This is Isaac Henderson, and you're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
What's up, guys? I'm Sean Barubi. This is my boy Vargas, and we love watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
You're watching Hot Facts with Robert Reese.
Hello, everyone. Hello. This is Hot Facts with Robert Reese, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. through 3 p.m. We go 1 hour, people, but it could go a little further if it gets a little hotter. We got a good one today. Got some good news. As you can see in the title there, we have something crazy happening with the kid in the car. We have some news of a swimmer. A swimmer was saved by a coach. Swimmer went unconscious. We got there. We're going to talk about the red flag law. We're going to talk about that. We have some delivery driver news. Also, you do know that we do have that, so we're going to be going over all of that stuff. We're going to do the birthdays today. Today is June 23rd. Today is my son Cameron's birthday. Talked to him this morning on the phone. He's in Irvine at Grandma's house. So Cameron just turned 15 years old today. So he's in Irvine, and when he gets back from Irvine on Sunday, he's got basketball. So wrestling, basketball, volleyballs, doing all that stuff. Also, Jason Greer. Happy birthday, Jason Greer, June 23rd. Two on the same day, people, Jason and Cameron. Happy birthday. This is a regular thing, people, all the time. And then upcoming is you know who. My birthday's on June 26th on Sunday. Then I have a cousin on June 27th. I have another friend on June 27th. June is a pretty busy month. Or the 9 months before that was busy, and then June popped them out like that. But happy birthday, Cameron. He was asleep when I called him. I already knew he was going to be asleep. He was like, huh? And then boom, boom, boom. He woke up real quick. And then he says, Dad. I said, what? He said, you know you have 2,000 subscribers? I said, yeah. I said, yeah. I said, what you about to do? He said, lay back down. I said, yep. So 15 years old teenage boy. And Jason Greer just turned the big 4-0, people. The big 4-0, we knocking on that door right there, the big 4-0. So happy birthday to you two. Have a great day. It is the weather is the weather. Go outside wherever you are. Just go outside and feel it. And then I know in some areas it's weird. In some areas it's kind of wet. Some areas it's hot. Some areas it's humid. Feel wherever you are and just adapt like that. If you're in the hot weather, please remember to drink your water and move around so your body is moving. Let your body work a little bit so the water can do its thing. Let the water keep your body temperature down, keep that core temperature down, because once it starts to heat up, people, you're gonna start sweating a lot. And if you don't have a lot of fluids in your body and you're out there doing your thing, you could pass out. You could be walking and passing out. So just stay hydrated. Oh, one big thing, watch out for construction inside apartments. Watch out for construction inside apartments. And what I mean by that, if you're doing deliveries, sometimes they're redoing the pavement on the sidewalks, and they'll have some will have it, yellow taped off with the cones. Some won't, and some have those wooden boards there, and sometimes there's a gap there. You may step and fall. Watch yourselves when you are going through the apartments with apartment construction from their maintenance people. Okay, they pretty much think everyone sees them. They're doing the work, and everyone knows they can just put things someplace. But we're delivery people going in there, in and out. Just watch your steps. You may trip, and also happened to me. Watch that very last step when you're coming back from dropping off from someplace. You know how sometimes you'll step and then you think that and then you do that big step. So just watch your step right there. You don't want to fall. You don't want to fall. And you don't want to do that if you accidentally went to the wrong door and you have to turn back and then you fell. So watch your step. Keep your eyes open out there. In my area right now in Moreno Valley, the police are out there heavily. Normally they do this when school's in. I thought they would ease up a little bit, but they are out there heavily giving tickets the same on Thursdays. So if you are out here driving, just know that even though the kids are not in school, don't speed. Don't speed like that. Even though the kids are not in school, don't speed, because the police officers, you know, when the kids were in school, it was easy pickings for them to just pick whatever car. So now that there's not that many cars on the road at those times, you are a target if you are speeding. And those motorcycle cops are still out there doing the thing. Don't get a ticket right now and get deactivated, okay? Don't get a ticket and get deactivated. And right now, I have a message right now that I want to put up here from, let me go ahead and share this screen right here. I thought it was very interesting that I've never heard Pete, read an email like this. So I thought that it's something that I would have read myself. So I'm happy someone else read the email and then gave their reply on it as a content creator. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this with you guys. Just let me make sure I got the right one. Okay, here it is.
Uber Eats in your situation, right? You turn both apps on at the same time. Let's say DoorDash sends you a $5.
Okay, so he got an email, and he sits in the car and he reads off the emails. He got an email about multi-apping, and this is what he says about multi-apping. Okay, I feel the same way, so that's why I'm playing it here on my channel. Even though some people may not, and I say this all the time, you may not agree on some of the things because, you know, we are our own individual and we do our own thing, but there is still going to be a commonality that everyone is still going to have to agree on, and we agree eye to eye on this right here.
Order, and you're like, I don't want that. Then Uber Eats sends you a $12 order. So you say, I'm going to take that one. You pause or go offline on DoorDash if that option is available for you at the moment. Then you take the Uber Eats order, deliver it, and maybe when you're on the way to dropping off that Uber Eats order, turn on DoorDash and see what they're offering you. And if something good pops up, as soon as you accept that order on DoorDash, drop off the Uber Eats order, go offline on Uber Eats, and then take the DoorDash order. That's how you properly multi-app. You never, ever, ever want to have all the apps on at the same time. Take one on this one on that one on the other one. Now you have 3 pending orders going in all different directions. What that's going to do is it's going to get you deactivated. It's going to piss off the customer. It's going to piss off the restaurant. So many people do this, and then they wonder why they get deactivated. So, drivers, dashers, what advice do you have for Mr. G? Put it below in the chat or the comment section.
Okay, so what advice do you have for him? That is what he said right there. So my advice would be the same. And this is how I used to multi-app. I used to multi-app 2 separate ways, okay? The first way was the exact same way that he said there. When I was doing DoorDash at the same time as Uber Eats, and it was DoorDash, Uber Eats, and Get Swift Best Deliveries. So I was doing it exactly like that. When I turned the apps on all together at the same time, the first one that came in that got the order, okay, I'll take that order. I turn the other ones off, okay, turn the other ones off, and then I'll go complete that order, pick that order, and then when I almost get there to dropping it off, okay, I'll turn the other ones on so I have all 3 on again. So if I don't get one from the other app, I still have all 3 on, and now it comes in to the next one that comes in, and then I would do it like that. I stopped doing it like that because I didn't like how the pay was looking coming in spread out in 3 apps like that. I didn't like it. Like, let's say if one app app you did like 7 orders, the other app you did some, and then there's one app where I only did like 2 orders on that app. So like I didn't like that at all. So, but that's exactly how I did it. Now, and then the second way on how I used to multi-app was I would do it like this. And this is how I was doing it with the Postmates and the Uber Eats when they were separate. And then, you know, once the merge came and Postmates was still active with the Uber Eats, this is when I was really cheating. I was getting Prop 22 on Postmates and Prop 22 on Uber. Yeah. But this is what I used to do when it was when it was Postmates and then Uber. I knew that earlier in the morning, like at 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. at that time to like 7 or like 8, Postmates was active at that time. So I would work Postmates from that time. Then I would take my first break. And after my first break, I would do the Uber Eats. I would do the Uber Eats from like 9 until like, you know, like 1 or something else like that. And then I would stop. Now, sometimes I would just do Postmates all in the whole morning from like the 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. all the way to like 12 to 1, and then I would stop, and then I would come back at night, and then I would do Uber Eats. And the reason why I started doing it like that was right when they first introduced Prop 22. And what I didn't like about multi-apping and then seeing like one day this app I only had like 2 or 3 deliveries and this one had some, and it'll make you not do the other app. Okay, so like when Prop 22 came, you would see like, man, I only got like in this week I only got like it's like 10 orders on this app. So what I did was I wanted to see the hours for this app at this time, and then the hours for this app at that time. And then sometimes I would switch. I would do the Uber in the morning and then the Postmates at night. And then I was seeing all the hours work for each app. I was seeing all the hours work, not spread out, exactly how Prop 22 with the hours started working like that. And then that's when I was like, okay, you don't need to multi-app. Well, I was just doing the Postmates and Uber, and I had dropped DoorDash. And I had stopped doing Lyft. I stopped doing Lyft. I'm still on Lyft. I just don't drive Lyft. And I stopped driving the passengers around. So then it was pretty much both the Postmates and the Uber on the same app. So I really didn't have to multi and do it. So now when I turn on my app in the morning time, a lot of my orders that I get, even though it's on the Uber app, it lets you know it says Postmates. So at the same time, I'm still getting those Postmates orders, and then I'm still getting those Uber orders when they still come. And all those hours are all going into one app now. So now I get to see fully what all the hours work and how much it equates to. So that's why I don't multi-app. Anymore. But I am signed up for Spark, and I'm on the waiting list. They told me to check back on Monday. This Monday coming up, so I can see if there's something that I can grab. Now, here's what I'm going to do with this, though. I'm going to see, and this is where I'm going to need some help from TFT and everybody else that does Walmart Spark. I know some of the batches can be good. I've been watching some of the people on the YouTube, and I've seen some $50 ones, and they've been inside there for like an hour and some things like that. Now, if I can see, like, let's say I turn on my app and I see, I don't know what time the batches come in, but I'm up early in the morning. So let's say I see some batches come in when I would normally do the Uber Eats. I will go do like maybe 2 or 3 of the Walmart orders. Depending on if they are I just primarily want to just pick up the groceries and drop them off. I don't want to go shop for anyone. So if I can just pick them up and just do like 2 or 3 of those and just have them like 15, 20 bucks or whatever, I'll be good with that, just to have that, because from what I understand, you get paid like it comes back around after. It's not the same. And your tips come 24 hours after. I am all the way used to that because that's how I started off with Postmates, and it has always been the same with Uber Eats. You get tipped after. I have no problem with that whatsoever. That's actually how I like it. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll be able to do the complete ad And this is how you make sure you stay a diamond driver also on Uber. So I already figured it out. All I'm just gonna do is just do the evening and just get 6 points for every delivery and still hit the 400 points just like that. So I can still be a diamond driver, and then I can still be able to, if I can maybe do 3 to 4 Walmart Spark orders and then do that. And then I don't know about Spark and Prop 22. I don't know how that works with Spark. I know that there are certain ones that it works with. I'll see how that goes. But if not, oh well, because I'm just trying to go ahead knock that out, because what I'm banking on is how you get Prop 22 every other week. You'll be able to get your Walmart Spark coming in as a deposit on the day, like boom, and then it'll be boom, and then there'll just be large deposits coming in while you're still getting your stuff in every day, so that there will be no drops. And I won't have to multi-app like that and go back and forth, because I'm giving the designated time for just those. Boom, done with those. Boom, stay back, and then go out there and do that. So I am going to be using 2 apps here where I live now, and it will be those 2. But when I am ever in Long Beach or down in that area, then I go to my ace. I have an ace in the hole. Get Swift, best deliveries. That's my ace in the hole. For those of you who are here and you know about the app, that is the app where the orders come up like on your phone. You'll see a whole list of a whole bunch of delivery requests, and they're all different ones. It might be pet store, food, grocery store. They're all different ones. So you look on there, and you'll start seeing them just go away. You click on the one that you want, and that one's yours. Boom, you take it, and that one's yours. First come, first serve. You don't have to order food or pay with the card. Everything is already taken care of. If you're doing anything from let's say a Home Depot or any of those places like that, you don't have to go in and do anything. You don't have to shop for anything. Everything is there. The bottom line for every order, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is $8. So for the food orders, the least you're gonna get paid is $8. That's the least, and that's not including the tips. And then for all the other ones, you get paid more depending on what it is. That's my ace when I go down there. That's when I use that one. I'll turn the Uber off, and I'll turn on best deliveries, because when you're in Long Beach, every single delivery is gonna be like 0.5 miles. And then a lot of them are going to just be like, you go to the restaurant and you walk outside the restaurant and it's like right there. A lot of them are just like that. So it's real quick. Boom, 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 boom. And that app is exclusively to the major metropolitan places here. We have it in Santa Monica, LA area. It's there in the Hollywood area. It's in the Long Beach area. It's in San Diego down there. And right now they're testing it out. They're testing it out in Orange County, where Huntington Beach is. They're trying to have that in its own little zone, or they're trying to expand and extend, because when you're in Long Beach on our California PCH, all our beaches just connect like that. So from Long Beach, you'll have Belmont Shore. From Belmont Shore, you have Seal Beach. And then from Seal Beach, from Boca Chica, you pretty much call all of that Huntington Beach. But that's where you have Jack's, where the surf competitions are, and they have a lot of apartments there that go up high. So they're trying to expand it there. So we'll see how that goes. But most of the people who do the best deliveries and they live in that part of OC, they just drive down PCH and then they start to work like that. But that is that right there. So Walmart Spark. Hopefully I get an order coming up. But that was Pete right there, just sharing. That's how you multi-app. And if you multi-app like that, there is nothing anyone can say if you multi-app like that, because what you are pretty much doing is giving respect to whatever customer, and you're not overloading yourself with orders that you're not going to take. All you're doing is just holding it, and all those orders just take longer just to go out. Complete your order. Once you get close to dropping it off, turn the other apps on, and now whichever one pop, boom, then turn them off. And then you go, if you do it like that, you will be successful at multi-apping, and you won't have that issue that a lot of people have. And when I first start doing the multi thing, I fell into that too a couple times, where I took an order and then I thought that they were going to the same place because it was the same name street, but it was the same name street on two opposite sides. So I had someone's food, and then they were calling like, why are you going that way? I've had that happen. And then there was another time when I accidentally accepted an order because I was trying to move the screen off, and I accepted it. And when I accept it, I have to take the order. If I accept it, I have to take the order because they are counting on me. And because of that, I'm going to get into this comment right now that someone made. Now, I tried to keep all of them for DoorDash. This is your problem, because that multi-apping thing, that goes with anyone that does it. Just I call it the crazy or the dirty apping. Okay, so DoorDash, this is your problem. This came from Tristan Spencer. He said, same person saying, stop snitching. Oh, he doesn't. So people don't like, they say stop snitching when I'm showing people what happens when people leave. Man, I'm going to do that all day. This just helps the game. It says, get paid to drive, not to wait. I do get that if you are in an area where if it's an extremely long wait and you're trying to get your 3 to 4 orders in hour, go ahead and you got to do what you got to do, but your market. That's where all of that comes in right there. And that was from Mike Dunmore. Okay, Jared Edge says, I don't wait in restaurants when I DoorDash. I don't, because he says, I don't care about the job or the customer if there isn't a tip. So, yeah, he's just a renegade, people. He's just like, I'm not accepting nothing if I don't see a tip. But it's hard not to. I mean, you can't see a tip unless you're using Para. That's how you can see the full thing. So he uses Para, and then when he sees a unicorn, pretty much he takes them. So he's only taking unicorns. And that's for Jared Edge. Now, AG says, yes, biggest problem in the country is folk trying to make a living with a second job. And he put a trash can there for trash. Now, he's talking about the driver. Now, I know what he's talking about, people. It's because even though these are delivery jobs, what's up, DoorDash there? Even though these are delivery jobs, people, the delivery job is not made for everyone. Have you ever heard someone say that, man, there's tons of warehouses buying factories by your house. How come you don't go and work in one of those? It's because some people just cannot work in that inside that type of work is not for them. That's why you see a lot of temp agencies, the warehouses go through the temp agencies because they know that turnover rate is going to be high. It's not for everyone. Driving, all right, driving can be for everyone. Everyone pretty much, you start to drive, you get a driver's license. Driving is for everyone as far as operating a vehicle. But when you have to drive and be on schedule and be on time, be punctual, have customer service, people are counting on you, some people cannot do that. And that's why some people, when they go to these other jobs, they get let go in the first week. They're not punctual. Like jobs where they give you points. Some people, they run out of points so quick because they come late every day. They come late every day and they blame it on this, but they don't wake up earlier. They have an excuse. So some people will just call out all the time. So you can't count on them. Okay, so some people just will just say, F it, I want to go try this job, even though I just got this job. I want to leave this job and go for another one. Some people skip jobs like that. So, those people that do all of that stuff, they end up doing the driving jobs. And if those people are doing the driving jobs, what do you think the average driver is gonna be? The average driver is going to be someone that doesn't care about nothing. They don't care if they're late. They don't care about any of that stuff because now they can finally say, I am my own boss. Okay. I am my own boss. I can wake up when I want to. I can never be late for work. I show up when I want. Now they're full on boss. And that's what a lot of these people mean when they say we are our own boss. We can pick up the order and leave it whenever we want to. Like, that's what they mean. Those are the people that think like that. The people that say I can do whatever I want to do. Those are the people that, you know, when you're going for a promotion at the job and they post it up and they say for anyone trying to get this position, go ahead and sign up. Or at the startup meetings, what I used to do, I used to announce that, and I would pass the clipboard around. Now, all the people that were talking about, you know, when you walk up on them in the middle of the aisles, they're talking crap, you catch them with the radios on and all that stuff, doing all the stuff that they're not supposed to do. Those are the people that don't sign the paper to go get promoted. And those are the people who always have too many points. And those are the people that get let go because when they really needed to miss work, they did not have any points, and then they got let go. And then you end up talking to them and say, hey man, I'm doing driving now. But I know that person's work ethic. So sometimes I feel sorry for those customers because I know what that person does. These are the same people that don't follow the safety markers, you know, and listen to the horns. You almost hit them. Same people. Those same people. So you got to watch out about that stuff. This person said she probably quit at the moment, saying she walked off from the order and quit. No, that driver has not quit. I see that driver all the time. Now this one came from Mr. Prestige. I have a video with this dude in these little Daisy Duke shorts, and he said at least he wasn't sagging his pants. Now here's one from DoorDash. This is your problem, from Crystal McLean. She says, I understand what you are saying now, especially when no one really wants to work. Exactly. Okay, this is your problem, DoorDash. This is your problem. Okay. This is your problem, DoorDash. Someone said, I understand what you're saying now. They're walking out when first of all, they say that there's no work. You get a job, you go up there to accept the order, and when they're giving you extra money for no reason, you accept the order, you get all the way up there, and then you walk out, and you're going to get back up and say, man, it sucks. There wasn't no work, man. I had to like all that stuff is not true. You turned your back and walked out on something that could have been promising. That is the whole thing. And this goes to the person PPP who left a comment and said that they said Hot Facts, Robert Reese, and DoorDash Revolution are the two people you should not listen to. I'm just going to respond to this PPP to say I have articles that I go over every day, and we read the articles with everyone, and we break those articles down. So it can't be that. It can only be when we're talking about treating customers right and doing the right stuff. I guess that's what you mean by you should not listen to them. Well, that's why I'm reading comments from people that says, I understand. Now this one, okay, now here's one, people. Now we have gigs. We do this. Now there's a dude, he street dances on the corner almost every single day in the hot sun. So it was 100 degrees outside the other day, and this comment says, I'm from Rockford, Illinois, and you can't go 4 blocks without being harassed for money. I feel your sentiment. And I have even given, he says, and I have even given now and then, but you have to go with your gut. Oh, he's talking about giving money to the people that are dancing and doing their thing for some profit. He says, here they actually have, here they have actually organized. You'll see a van full of people getting out and dropped off and going and standing. Yes, you have a full team. You have a full team. You go out and hit these corners. We're trying to get paid because we're trying to get on that show, America's Got Talent or something. Yes, and they're going out there with their hats and making that money. Okay, I get you. He says sometimes he gives it to them, but he says he feels like it's a scheme because they're traveling in a van. But if you got like 6 people, would you go travel in a Geo Metro? You can't look at that and be like, it's fishy. No, they're trying to get their business started off. They may be raising that money to actually go pay for a studio so that they can actually dance and actually charge people to learn how to dance. You know, have you ever seen Break Into the Electric Boogaloo? You got to go ahead and watch that. He said, I even had one girl tell me, I'll leave you alone if you give me $2. I'm like, get the F out of here. But then again, I gave money to an old guy that just said, I just want to buy a beer and something to eat. No BS, just the truth. So I don't know where he was going with that. He went in that the dude is hustling. That's good. He went in and say, like, if there's a group he feels like it might be a crime or they're trying to get over on you. But then again, he says some just regular guy asked for money for a beer and he gave him the money for the beer. So he doesn't know when he'll give money and who he'll support. He just says he gives that. I guess he just gives it whenever he gives it. I guess that's what it is. And he gave me a piece. Listen to this story. Let me see. Let me see. This story says, I used to tease my pasty white friends since I was able to tan easily. Then I moved to Missouri and worked with majority black coworkers. I will never forget the day of them when they called me Patsy. Or pasty. He says, now I have to call my friends transparent. Okay, so they tried to make a joke out of that. She used to make fun of people. Then when she moved to a different area, she was the outcast, and then they made fun of her. Now she doesn't. Now she doesn't see any color lines. She just says transparent. Okay, I get that. That's why this laughter is all there. Very true. I went through that in high school. I'm 46. I was never black enough to hang out with the black darker. I was never black enough to hang out with kids darker than me. They hated my hair and the color of my skin, and I was a quiet kid at that. So it says times, stupid people jealous of the difference. You'll be the fine princess. Play with the ones who don't care what you look like. These are a lot of abbreviations. Okay, I'm just gonna sum this. This is a lot of. I'm not good at reading all these abbreviations. Pretty much play with people who don't see color lines, and you'll be around people that are not racist. That's pretty much what that is there. Now, this person says, I pick and choose what orders I pick up to deliver, but once I accept the order, I complete it. She makes it harder for other DoorDash drivers. What a lame. Now, this is coming from a fellow driver that says, once you pick up the order and once you pick it up and you accept, you have a commitment. So now when you go there and then you turn around and leave when you're already in the place, she says it makes it harder for other DoorDash drivers. What a lame. Yes, it makes it harder for other drivers. Says, now check this out. Blank says, I just use DoorDash pickup now. I got tired of rude ass DoorDashers who half-ass when I just paid for my order and tip 10 to 20 bucks each time. Just serve yourself. Even had one incident where a restaurant called and told me my DoorDasher refused to take my order when it was ready just because they got into an argument, then had to cancel my own order. Now, people, this is what I'm talking about right here. You want to talk about the straight facts? Okay, this is a customer that says he'll use DoorDash, but just to go pick it up. You know what that does? People that are trying to make that money, he says he would pay for his food and tip $10 to $20 each time. Now, you guys watch Pedro order food. He tips $10 to $20 each time. Now, if he tips $10 to $20 each time, and he's just saying do the job right, and people are saying they won't take him, they won't take his order, no tip, no trip. But he's giving you the 10 to 20 bucks, but you are failing on this dude. So instead of he's not turning his back on DoorDash. What he is doing now, he's using DoorDash to go and pick it up because he doesn't want to give a tip to someone that doesn't want to even do the job right. Okay, this is what people need to hear. This is coming from a customer right here. Coming from a customer. Now someone can say whatever they want to say. He's stating, okay, and I will repeat. Okay, I got tired of rude ass DoorDashers who half-ass when I just paid for my order and tip 10 to 20 bucks each time. He's a great tipper. Do you know what I do? I treat every customer the same and I don't drop the ball. I guarantee I would not lose that 10 to 20 bucks. I would keep that inside the neighborhood so other drivers will be able to pick up. My customer service is not going to drop. This is what you guys are missing out. The way you treat customers, they end up doing the opposite, and then you don't make that money. That 10 to 20 bucks on top of an order that you're gonna get paid, man. If it's 10 bucks, that could be a $15 hitter for you. If he's paying a 20 bucks, man, that's 20, 25 bucks depending on where he's ordering from. This is a good tipper right here. Y'all just messed that up. You guys just messed that up. Blanks. I'm gonna send Blanks. If you are watching, I'm gonna send you a message so I can know exactly where you live and what market you are in, so people can know, man, we screwed that guy over. You know what happens when you screw a guy over just like that? He will not go back to do deliveries. You just cost everyone money. You are not the only person that they will order from. You just cost a lot of people, a lot of drivers money. You took money out of the area for you messing up customers. That's why your service has to be spot on to keep the money in there so the drivers can actually keep going. If I'm not there, if I'm doing an order, they're going to give it to somebody else. And it's going to keep going like that. But as soon as drivers keep messing it up, those people start going and picking it up. They're not going to use the service anymore at all. They're not going to do it at all. And we are losing money for our people trying to say, how do we help our community? You keep the money in the community. That's how you do it. Now this person says, yep, might be cause it says, yep, might because DoorDash added another order on to the delivery. DoorDash is a total hack. I'm surprised most of the companies are still in business the way the pay is terrible. So if people leave, blame effing DoorDash because they are full of S, just like most of these gigs like Instacart, DoorDash, Uber, and the list goes on. They are not trying to pay and they steal our tips. Now, first of all, they do not steal tips. They don't steal tips. They don't steal tips. What they do is, people, you get your tip, but for all of the service fees that go in for everyone paying that, do you know that some people order like 4 to 5 times a day because they are that lazy? I go to some houses, you guys will see in my videos, I go to some houses 3 times in a day. Some people are paying service fees like that. Now you have people that are sitting there fighting. You see how they keep blocking certain apps out like Para. You have people that have to get paid enough for them to put up that fight to go block it out. You got to pay those people. There's marketing. When they have a commercial that plays during an NFL game, an NBA game, you know how much it costs for that ad to run just for that little bit of time? That costs a lot of money for that ad to be ran. That costs major money for that ad to be ran. There's people that have to go out there and close those deals for that ad to be ran. Those people, that's a sales job. That's someone going there fighting to close deals. They have to get paid. That's why they have those positions. That's why. Now, if you want to get paid like them, you can go call and fax and get shut down and try to go close those deals for the company. Why don't you go do that and say what I need to get paid? You're talking about you need to get paid like $40 an hour just dropping off the food. Imagine how much they got to get paid for dealing with all the headaches and customer service. That they're losing customer service reps and all of this. And I want to clear this up for people that say they use the exact same workers to do all of our calls. You're absolutely right. Okay, I have ran call centers, people. This is my background also, marketing. Okay, I have ran call centers. You know how it works in a call center? I'll tell you this. You have like, let's say you have 100 people in your call center. Okay, you have different work orders. We have 15 people. You guys are going to be DoorDash today. You guys are going to be Uber Eats today. You guys are going to be Grubhub today. They do it like that. Or what we do on the roto dial, okay, whenever it pops up on your screen, that's the screen you are reading, so you can service every single one out there. That's exactly how it works. Yes, you guys are exactly right. Now, let me tell you how this also works. So let's say the screen pops up and it's a DoorDash customer. It's going to pop up for DoorDash, right? And they're going to do their DoorDash thing. It's going to pop up for Uber Eats. It's going to do their Uber Eats thing. So depending on your whatever plateau you are or whatever whatever rank you've hit on whatever one, it's going to be able to pull up all your information on that screen, okay? They have CRM. You guys know what CRM is? CRM is the application that they use for that. So when you call as a driver and you call in to customer service, it'll pop up on the screen. Now they're going to have a group of people that are only working the drivers. Then they're going to have a group of people that are only working the customers, okay? And they switch those people up depending on how good you are with speaking to people on the phone. That's how they do that there, okay? That's exactly how they do it. So once they get all that stuff in CRM, when you call, it brings up your information, it brings up your phone number and all that stuff. They're just verifying, looking on the screen, just verifying, and it brings up all the other stuff. CRM lets them know what type of driver you are, your ranking, your points. They can see all of that through CRM. So you guys are absolutely right. The same people are, that's why you hear the same voices. But that doesn't mean that people are stupid or anything else like that. I hate calling customer service or this, and that. Now, let me tell you this. They have certain people inside the call center that they only handle the higher ranking people when they call. And if you think I'm playing, go work at a call center. The heavy hitters inside the call center, they handle the important stuff. They handle those. All right, they handle those. So when you get someone and you say customer service sucks, they actually are trying to get to the person that's only dealing with the person that has the highest rating, because those calls are like all the easiest calls. The hardest calls are from the people that have the most frustrations because they can't get anything in. That's how it works on the call center. So I'm educating you guys on how it works even on the call center end. Now, when they say so sometimes that are all right, and I've heard this before. So someone on the call center said, all right, I'll send you orders. Now, guess what? That call center person was not supposed to say that. He's not supposed to. If he was being recorded from the person that monitors everything, he is not working there anymore. Because in actuality, there's some people that have full access, and they can, let's say something happened to where they have to cancel out your order. When they say, all right, we're gonna cancel out your order, and then you get one instantly just like that, they canceled it out and put one in your personal queue. They absolutely can do that from the call center side. So I'm educating you guys all the way around on how this app works, on why you should be good with customer service also. Okay, they're not supposed to be doing certain things, but they're humans. So when you're mean to them, they will do something mean back to you. Okay, and then that's why you got to be nice there. You got to be nice for yourself, nice to customer service, nice to the merchant, nice to the customer. Anything that breaks down in that, nothing will go right. Okay, so I'm just educating you guys from the call center side, in case you guys wanted to know. Now, you know when they always say, "Can you hang tight for 2 to 5 minutes?" and you wonder why. So sometimes they're taking forever. I've been on hold for like 7 minutes. Well, guess what? They have you on pause, and they're sitting at their cubicle, and they're eating their chips, and they're saying, listen. They're listening to you yell and stuff while you're on mute. We used to do that. Like, they'll call the manager over, listen to this one. And then they have laughs and jokes about certain people, you know, like that actually happens. So I'm giving you guys an insight because a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that that's how it works. So when you tie all these things in together, it'll make you into a better delivery driver also, because you'll know how to handle yourself. Now this customer that said that he goes in and picks up his food, people, that's losing money. That's losing money. Now this person, and they don't steal your tips. Now King Overseer says DoorDash getting the game effed up. Here's another person that feels that way, people. I'm telling you, the way I feel and what I put out there for customers to know, it's the only way to help fix stuff. Okay, you got to read this stuff out loud. Everything is not what everyone says it is. You got people that want to tip 10 to 20 bucks. They want to tip 10 to 20 bucks, and the dashers are like, nah, we don't want that 10 or 20 bucks. We gonna mess you up on purpose. Psh, let a CEO hear that. Let a CEO hear that you're really messing up the money like that. Psh, why are you even on this platform? Now this person says, I don't use DoorDash anymore. This came from, was that John? John. I don't use DoorDash anymore. My food has been delivered to other addresses. My food has been stolen. Drivers are disrespectful. I use Uber Eats because they need a confirmation number to give you your food. DoorDash sucks. Now, people, didn't I tell you why I specifically work for Uber Eats and Postmates? I used to work for DoorDash. So many things happen with DoorDash. They're cheap. They don't pay out. They don't do a lot of things. I don't like DoorDash. Now, look. That's why I said that's why that video, DoorDash, this is your problem. That's why I just about have 70,000 views on it, because it's a real issue. There's a lot of people that are like, nope, this, but these are the things you got to worry about. This is a customer. This is another customer. I don't use DoorDash anymore. My food has been delivered to the wrong addresses. Now, check this out. Now, I don't mean to call this out loud, but it is in the video. Sarah Elizabeth has a video where she literally dropped off the order to the wrong address and drove away. When the customer contacted her, she said that she's going to another order, and she told the customer that they have to cancel their order. If the customer cancels that order, then the customer has to pay that money right there, and the customer loses out. The customer loses out. Now they have to try to convince DoorDash that it was actually dropped off to some other place. That actually happened. And, you know, it's on video and it's up there. So it's up there for everyone to see. And that is a teaching lesson, because down the line, this comment comes right here from a customer. My food has been delivered to the other addresses. Okay. That means they tried to call and they did not get it. And then they said my food has been stolen. Okay, which means their food never arrived. Now, we understand what happens when your food gets stolen. It's either you were not out there for the timer, or the driver acted like there was a timer and did not push it and just left. The driver acted like they could not find the apartment because they did not actually want to look or call the customer. Your food went to a wrong address, or yeah, something like that. Or the driver just was like, I'm turning off my app. I'm done working. I'm taking your food. Or if they feel that they did not get a high enough tip, they'll take your food. So all of that stuff happens on how your food can get stolen. Porch pirates are another one, though. You can never throw out a porch pirate, especially if you have a neighbor beef. But that they said DoorDash sucks. Okay, DoorDash sucks. And all of these things right here, they're from customers. Now, I get these nonstop. I have to reply to a lot of them, so I just don't have a whole gang of them here. But there's a lot of comments like that coming from people who actually say that they tip regularly, and now they don't even use the service anymore. Now they don't even use the service anymore. So if they don't use the service anymore, those customers are not there to be. If someone says, well, this area is dead, well, guess what? There's people knocking off the customers. And check this out. We all know that. Let's say you're a neighbor, and I've sold people solar, turf, HVAC, windows. I've sold it all, people. Let's say you get new windows in your home. The neighbor's going to ask, where'd you get those windows? And then they talk. Neighbors talk like that. Word of mouth gets, man, I'm not using this service anymore. Hey, you guys should use this service and not that service. That's how black holes get started. They don't get started like just like all of a sudden. They have to work to get started. For someone like some people say, well, in this area, this app doesn't hit. This app does. Well, why do you think that app doesn't hit in that area? There's things that make that app not hit in that area. And most of the time, it has to come down to accountability to the people who are representing whatever it's coming from. And, you know, that's not cool right there. Because there's a lot of drivers just losing out on money. There's more money being lost. There's more good money being lost, you know, and there's more low and mediocre money being made, because a lot of the orders that are sitting are really the people that they actually want to tip a different way. They actually want to see this happen first. A lot of those people are the golden gems, the hidden gems that people actually want to go ahead and get those orders from. But when you are knocking those people out, and a lot of people don't even know that they are knocking those people out. Yeah, a lot of people don't even know that they are knocking people off of the out of the market. Like around here, DoorDash is not DoorDash, Grubhub is so hard to get approved on. around here, and Grubhub pays a grip. Like those dudes, they go in there and they pick up those orders. And yeah, they gotta wait. They have to wait because normally they make them right when they get there. But Grubhub orders pay a grip, and a lot of people say they don't think Grubhub is gonna last. I'm like, if they decide to just keep it, you know, they don't want to go large or anything else like that. If they want to stay to the region that they are like that, like stay, this is our lane, we'll just deliver like that. If they did it like that, they'll all the way make it, because they already know they're not trying to expand and go out like that. They can actually stay small. Now there's couples. I read up on a couple and I did the article here. Now these two people, they started their own delivery service, and they said that they're trying to compete with all the big ones. You know what I mean? So it just now, I guess DoorDash is to the point where it's I call it effed up. DoorDash is effed up. There's too much going on with it to be fixed. All that it's too messed up, and too many people want something, and everyone uses it because of how efficient it is. It's like Master P. DoorDash is like Master P. They drop album after album after album after album. That's DoorDash right there. So DoorDash really doesn't care, you know, about. DoorDash is like, man, I'm gonna just pay all like this. Just keep dropping them off. Like we're not trying to really fix anything the way it is, because people still use the platform. There's other platforms that don't want to look like DoorDash and then have that DoorDash image. Now they would love to have the DoorDash population, but they don't want that. But they don't want that DoorDash image. You know what I mean? Like certain apps have their own thing. So, but what I will do right now, let me see. DoorDash Rick said you clowning today. Let me see. We're gonna get into this first. He said, Robert, does your offer screen look just like mine? That I don't know. Because there could be slight differences in the offer screen. Like when my offer screen comes up, it shows me exactly where the person is. It shows me the address and everything. So my offer screen might look different than yours. You know what I mean? Yes, DoorDash Rig. DoorDash is great up there. TFT works up there. Okay. He says it does. He said, does your offer screen look just like mine? I have no idea. What I do know is that I know where everything is. It tells me. And then when there's a double order, like when they add one on, I see the full thing, where it is, the location. I'm not guessing anything. I get full transparency on everything. The only thing I don't get transparency on is when the customer adds the tip after. Sometimes you get that when you're having a really great conversation with the customer. I get that all the time. I really have not seen that in a lot of other content creators when they interact with the people. No one interacts with the people how I do. So sometimes I do get that when I speak to them, and then they say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and add some money on the app. When they let me know that, I know what's coming in. But let's say you just do a good job, and then they go in the house, and then they tip you after. That's when I don't know that they're going to give me that extra. But I am depending on my customer service to actually be able to win over a customer at least 60% of the time. If I can do that 60% of the time, then I know at least 15 to 20% of the time, those people are going to go ahead and give me extra. Now, the most beneficial thing about that, when they give you extra, it's normally a really good amount. So it doesn't matter how often, if it doesn't have to happen 100% of the time every day, but that 20% that you are getting in and the extra dollars that they are giving you that add up, that's the main thing that counts. And that's why I treat it like a canvasser. Every single door. If I skip a door, I don't know it's there. If I hit the door, I know the whole outcome. If I skip a door, I don't know it's there. If I hit a door, I know the whole outcome. And by me hitting every single door, it allows me to give full transparency on everything that I am looking at and dealing with when I'm looking at the order. I don't have to look at the order and say, man, is there extra on this order? Where is it really going? I don't have to do any of that. I don't have to do any of that. There's people that have to do that. I don't have to do any of that. So when I'm speaking, I don't care what anybody else says. I'm speaking from the view that they have given me to look out of. That's just like if someone is successful and they make it to live on top of the mountain and they're telling people how it looks from on top of the mountain, and someone don't live on top of the mountain and that person is telling them, man, you're lying. But how can you know if you don't live on top of the mountain and see that view? You know what I mean? You got to be able to live on that mountain to see that view. So my view, and this is why, see, man, I'm so mad I don't say them like that, but that's too much stuff to have. That's why there's people that come on here and say, you are absolutely right about Diamond Driver. There's a lot of people, like Cornbread was just on here. Cornbread is a top dasher. He was given info on how he's a top dasher in Mississippi, and he gave the benefits. There are benefits. You guys just have to, the benefits are not hard to get. You know why most people don't get all the 400 points on Uber Eats? Is because they drive and collect the orders when you're not getting the most points for the orders. So they're just not going to hit that. They're always going to be like a pro or a something like that. They're not going to be able to move up because they don't know how to work the system with the points to where you can work the system, get the points, and still multi-app and do all your other stuff. If I was going to be doing DoorDash, I would be a top dasher. I would be top dasher and Diamond Driver. Like I'm a 5.0 Lyft driver. My Uber driver is not. I'm slacking on my Uber driver. It's a 4.9. Let me see. It's a 4.9. What is my Uber passenger? My driving passengers around. Let me see. 4.94. I'm a 4.94 for driving around people. 5.0 on Lyft. 4.94 here, and 5.0 on Best Deliveries. Diamond Driver here, and that's just what I do. That's just what I do. I can't work for something. I'm so much of a competitor. I'm so much of a competitor that once you show me like whatever, it doesn't matter, people, from when I was young, any job I have ever got that I have applied for, when they ask you the question, what do you want to become in this job? I always ask them this. I say, what's the cap? What's the cap? And they say, what's the cap? What can I be able to move up to? And then once I get them to talk, I let them talk. And then I tell them, well, that's what I'm going to do. Once I see that there's levels, I can't just sit where I see that there's a different level above this one. I can't do that. I have to get to the highest I have to get on everything. I can't have me look at this app and then it says, man, you can be a Diamond driver, you can do this and that, and you get all this stuff. And I'm like, I want all that stuff. Why do I want to not have all that stuff? I want all that stuff. It's like I got the Costco membership. I got the free Costco membership. On here. There's other stuff that I get. Why do I not want that stuff? I want all of that stuff. Why do I not want that stuff right there? That's the most beneficial stuff to anyone that wants to do this. To be able to have the benefits. When you get a job and they say, man, I got a job with benefits. Okay, you want to get a job that has no perks, no benefits to it. You want to work for the basic benefits that really don't do anything. I want to work and achieve the benefits that's going to at least do something for me. And if whoever don't like that, then that's what's to each his own. But me personally, I'm going to get them benefits. He said it's not a monetary benefit. The monetary benefit that you get is when you do your customer service and then you read that thing and it says the customer tipped you more after nice. Now, let me tell you this. Now, when I started doing DoorDash, I had to go sit in that orientation and watch that video. I don't know if they still do that now. Okay, I don't. Huh? I forgot to see that threw me off. That threw me off right there. That I forgot what I was gonna say. That threw me off reading that thing. I gotta remember what the hell I was just gonna say because that just threw me off right there. I was reading that. I was like, false. I was like, what? Oh, benefit. Okay, benefit. Yeah. Now, here's what I was gonna say. Now, let's say this, and that DoorDash orientation, people were raising their hands, asking questions when I went there, right? So let's put it like this. Let's say there's an orientation, and we're in there for Uber Eats, and they're showing a video, and they're going over pay, and someone says, "Well, I got a question. If the customer can give us extra, how do we as a driver know if they gave us extra tip?" And they're going to say, simple. It's going to show you on your app that the customer tipped you after, that the customer tipped you extra after. Nice. It's going to send you that message. That's how you know when they gave you extra. Oh, really? Yes. So now when it happens, people say, well, that's a hidden tip. That's not a hidden tip. You work for it. You work for it. That's not a hidden tip. It's hidden because you work for it. That's when they add in the tip after. That's what the customer can do. The tip is not there already. All right. So here, Pedro, we got people in here now. All right. I'm about to do a Pedro. I'm about to order from Uber Eats. I'm about to order from Uber Eats right now. I'm about to do a live Uber Eats order right now. I'm about to order from Uber Eats. I'm going to leave my tip the same, and then I'm going to show you guys that I'm going to add the tip after. I'm going to show you guys that I'm going to add the tip after. I'm going to do it live right now. This will shut all that crap up. This is going to shut all that crap up. This is going to shut all that. Now tell me I'm that now. Now I want you to tell me that I am not going to add the tip after. Tell me I am not going to do it. Tell me I am not going to do it. And if I can do it right now, that means other customers can too. Now tell me I am not going to add the tip in after. No. All right. Now it says, no, it is possible. That's what, okay, it's possible. I don't got to prove it then. It's possible. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. It's possible. That's what it is. That's what it is. That's what it is. Now, let's say if they got the order and they're driving it to your house and it says that your order is getting there ahead of time. I might look at that. Man, they're getting this thing here fast. Let me give them an extra $2. That's still adding it in when it's coming back, and that's still doing it after. The hell are you talking about? You want me to prove that too? I can order and do it. I can order right now and do it whichever way you want. I can do it right now whichever way you want. I can prove it right now. I can prove it right now. I can prove it right now. And if you want, I will read the benefits of the customers that you get for delivering too. I can read that right now also. So when a customer tips $8 or more, it does not hide it. I don't see that. I see that. Okay, now you ask, do you see the full thing that I see? Now this is where we see it different, Pedro. I see the full amount for the whole thing. The full amount. If my order, let's say, is $22.93, how it was the other day, I see that full. When I go drop it off and it says that I got $8 and then they give me the rest after, and I still got that $22.93, I saw the full amount. I did not see anything else after that. And they don't hide the tip. They don't hide the tip. So you're saying that if it shows $22.93 and they don't show you, well, they tipped me $12 of that. They do show you that. Once you complete the order, you go back and you look at paid to driver. You look at paid, you look at totals, you look at customer paid. It tells you all that there. So you're saying that just because when the order does not pop up, it says $10 tip because when the order pops up and okay, so you want the order to say $22.93 $10 tip. You wanted to say $8 order, $6 tip. That's what you wanted to say when it pops up. Who is gonna do that? That's stupid. That's stupid. Who's gonna do that? Only someone who doesn't know nothing will want that to happen. You wanted to say the order is really this amount and this much is the tip? What the hell is that? Like, what the hell is that? What if someone says that tip is not enough and that person's personal business about their tip is floating around? What the hell is that? What the hell is that? That's not reality. So you're asking for a false reality. You guys are complaining and asking for a false reality. That's the bottom line. It's a false reality. That they're not going to put up the order and then tell you how much the tip is when the order pops up. If you want to see that, you gotta go above Diamond Driver to see that. They gotta make Vibranium. You gotta hit Vibranium. You gotta hit from Diamond. You gotta hit Vibranium. You gotta hit if you want to see the complete total pay and how much they tip, you got to be a Vibranium driver. Now, how many of you DoorDash drivers are willing to go be a Vibranium driver? Just answer that question. Ain't no one going to want to be a Vibranium driver. So therefore, you guys, they ain't going to do that. You got to be a Vibranium driver. Diamond and gold, you got to be Vibranium for that one right there, buddy. I'm sorry, G. That's not going to happen. And if that's what you're wishing for, it doesn't even make sense for that to happen since they're giving you the full total to begin with. That's like saying, hey man, you know, the picture up there says a whole slab of ribs. How come you only have a picture of one rib up there? That's like that. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. Go make y'all money, people. So y'all turning down orders because they don't say it like that. That's pretty much the bottom line. That's pretty much the bottom line. It doesn't read the total order, and then this is how much is tip. Like, you're getting a total amount right there. Why do you got to see how much the tip is? You can see the tip amount after. And then if you want a higher tip, do what these customers said. Where's the customer service at? Do what those customers said. That's from customers, not me. Okay, that's from customers. I'm about to share the story right here, people. I'm going mute because this is a good one. I got to talk about this.
Baby got back.
Unlimited cashback match. Only from Discover.
I hate it when StreamYard does this. I hate it when StreamYard does this. I hope they don't. You know what? I'm going to defeat that before it even happens. I wanted you guys to see it. I'm going to defeat that before it even happens. All right. So what happened was, yeah, boy. DoorDash and Pedro said, you know where to find me? Yes. He says, thank you, sir. Respect. No, see, that is respect right there. But this is what I really, all right. Well, like discussions like this, I can read them right here and bust them out, people. But as you see, I'm going to go through news, articles. There is a flow to the show. You just cannot come to a show and try to interrupt someone's show and say, well, let's do it like this on your show. Like, that's not how it works for a show. Like, that's not how it works for a show. Now, let me tell you this. The next 7 days straight, I have interviews and I'm booked, okay? I have interviews I have to do on the street alongside of ride-alongs, and then I have to take care of a household. Okay, so I'm telling you, this is how I organize myself. I have days on a week that are blank. I have to fill in those days. I want how I'm reading this off from customers. I want someone to be face to face, man. I want someone to be face to face. But to be honest, if I'm not going to be able to find someone face to face, I'm gonna have to go out there and do the debating for the people myself. And I'll just be able to open up. So if DoorDash, you want to hop on, Pedro, you want to hop on, anybody else want to go ahead and hop on, you go ahead and hop on. We can absolutely do that, but I just have a way I run my show, and I run a show. I just don't go on live to turn on live and just go on live. When I come on live, it's a show. That's just the way it is. Yes, peace. See, people, when you have rules to how you get down, people don't like that. When you have rules to how you operate your show, people don't like that. You just can't come into the chat. I read off questions there. I put those into here because I had to go into what I was reading on. All right, but this is not the actual show. And anyone who does this stuff knows exactly what I am talking about. And you just can't try to create a show by going on someone's just trying to. You can't do that. You can't do that. There's no way in the world you can do that. You can't. I want you to go on right now to someone else's channel right now, anyone's channel right now, and just go on their live and then just tell them to stop what they're doing for their show. I want you to go to anyone's live. Anyone's live. So just know that. Oh, and I'll probably be on Chaotic Truth again today, people. So I appear on other channels. We talk about social issues, community things, reform. We talk about laws. We talk about a whole lot of other things on channels that I do go on. So I'm just not gig. So don't think I'm just gig. Gig is a part of the operation that I do. I appear on other channels and speak on other things. So if anyone would like to see some of the other stuff that I do speak on, you can, when I say I'm heading to this channel there, you guys can absolutely go ahead and check out and see more of the things I talk about. It's not just gig work. I talk about things that go on all around the world, that people need to talk about, and voices are being heard with other people with voices, and I participate in all of that stuff too. So whenever I'm going to be on something, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know. Go ahead and check it out. Now, I'm also how someone asked me. They said, why are you putting up contestant searches on shorts? Because it's advertising. And I don't know if you guys know. You know how they get those crazy ass people that go on Maury Povich and Jerry Springer and all these shows. You know what they do? During that show, they say, hey, if you are depressed and you are a hoarder, please call this number to be on our show. That's exactly what it is. So I don't know if you guys don't get that, but that's exactly what it is. We're going to get into this one right here. Now, this one is a good one.
With every generation, the Subaru Forester has been a leader in crash safety, working to undo the impact a crash can have on your life, which has led the Forester to even be able to detect danger and stop itself. The Subaru Forester has earned the IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus 8 times, more than Honda CR-V or Toyota RAV4. Love. It's what makes Subaru, Subaru.
It is time now for the good stuff. A swimming coach being hailed as a hero after saving a competitor from drowning at the World Championships. Andy Scholes has all the details. Great to see you in person.
Great to see you too, John. And this was such a scary scene at the swimming championships in Budapest, Hungary. The images showing what Coach Andrea Fuentes did, I mean, they're just incredible. Take a look. 25-year-old American Anita Alvarez, she fainted during her solo routine and sank to the bottom of the pool. And with the lifeguards not reacting at all, Fuentes just dove in to save Alvarez. Another American swimmer actually also jumped in as well to assist once Fuentes got Alvarez to the surface. Now, Fuentes is a 4-time Olympic medalist herself, and she told a Spanish newspaper afterwards, I jumped in to the water because I saw that no lifeguard was jumping in, and I got a little scared because she wasn't breathing. This is actually the second time Fuentes has had to jump in to save Alvarez. She also fainted a year ago at an Olympic qualifying event. Now, Alvarez received medical attention poolside before being taken away on a stretcher. Fuentes posted on Instagram later that Alvarez was doing well and may even still end up competing later on at the championship. So great to see a happy ending there.
All right, now I got something to say about that. That's the second time she passed out. Second time. That's crazy right there. But I will say this. Now, on yesterday's live, when DoorDash was here, now the young lady that sent the message on Grubhub to send the police because she was being raped. Now, we talked about fight or flight, and we talk about things that a lot of people in situations like that will just freeze up if you have to if you have to go ahead and do something. Now, check this out. They said the lifeguards. Now, look, this is a professional event, and those are professional lifeguards or people. Now, let me tell you this. These are lifeguards that passed the proficiency test. They passed the practical. They've done all of that stuff, right? Now, when someone passed out in the pool, they were froze. Okay, someone can watch all the delivery videos they want to get all the information in, but they will still freeze. Okay, they froze. The coach jumped in and saved her. Now, let me tell you this: all those lifeguards that were up there that did not happen. Should they have to go back and go through training again because they were not able to react and do their job right there? Should they be taken off of lifeguards until they go ahead and pass their test again? I think they should, because let me tell you this: as a personal trainer through NASM that I am, that's the National Academy of Sports Medicine people. National Academy of Sports Medicine. I have to go through CEUs, continuing education units. I have to go through CEUs to make sure that I know all my information still and all of that stuff. And I have to do that also with my nutrition. That is also through NASM, National Academy of Sports Medicine. I have to also do that through .fit. Okay, I have to go and do CEUs, continuing education units, to keep that. I also have to do that for my CPR, okay, my CPR and my first aid and my defibrillator. I have to go and redo that often. Now, you have to redo that often. And people, when I see something happen, I try to help people no matter what, so I can still stay fresh on what I got to do. I think those lifeguards need to you cannot lifeguard the rest of this competition. You cannot lifeguard. You have to go back, watch those videos, and then pass this. When you're in the warehouse and you are driving the equipment, the cherry picker, the reach, the RC, you're doing all of this. You're driving the double. You're driving the single stand-up. You're driving the one to refill all the water for the machines. Guess what? You have to go rewatch the video all over again. You have to do this stuff. You have to do these things so people can react. They had a full team of lifeguards who stood there, and the coach jumped in. The coach is normally there inside their windbreakers and stuff, like they're not even trying to get wet. Okay, so people, there's a lot of people. You can do your thing, talk the talk, and do all that, but you got to walk the walk. You got to show action. You got to show action, people. So that's why I tell people, practice your customer service on every single door, so you will not mess up ever, people. You will not mess up. Now, I got a question, because it says that Texas is unlikely to budge on red flag laws despite the shooting, the federal gun control bill, and everything. You know what? Let's go ahead. And I want to get some insights on this. I'm going to go ahead and get it in.
Coffee. Eh? Oh, white chocolate mocha cappuccino with a caramel drizzle. Cup of joe, or a taste of caffeine heaven. Yeah, it's mocha time for this, nurse. That should put some pep in my step.
Go ahead, live a little.
Open a Laurel Road loyalty checking account and earn a cash reward every month with your qualifying direct deposit. Laurel Road, banking designed with nurses in mind.
So let's take our country back, starting with Congress in November. Thank you. God bless you. And may God continue to bless our great state of Texas.
All right, I wanted to show that because you heard all those people booing. Now, it says that Texas is not, and everyone knows that Texas is its own damn place. Don't mess with Texas. Texas tried to break off from the United States of America, people. They wanted to be their own country, all right? And Texas and California, actually, if they were independently, they would be in the top 7 countries in the world. So Texas tried to break off and be away from the United States. So even though they're going to be doing this reform, Texas is the wild, wild west. They said, we don't care what you say. We are not going on with that. Now, because they are doing that, what do you think? What do you think the government's action should be? Now, I'm gonna tell you this, and I shared maybe a few weeks earlier when that Texas shooting happened. There were police officers with their back turned while the stuff was going on, and then there were parents there trying to get in, and no officers were even trying to go in the place. Like, it just seems fishy to me. It just seems weird. It just seems weird. And Texas says we are not going to be changing no gun nothing. No gun nothing. So if they're not going to be changing no gun nothing, what do you guys think about teachers carrying guns? I feel this. If they're not going to be trying to change stuff for these schools and, try to do something, I do feel that if a teacher wants to go ahead and pass that test, the teacher can actually carry in the class. But at the same time, some people don't want a teacher to carry in the class because you don't know if that teacher will go nuts on the kids one day and shoot them because he's tired of these badass kids. You don't know if that's going to happen right there. What do you guys think? What do you guys think should happen about that? Leave a comment whenever you want. But this red flag thing, do you think it's good or do you think it's bad? And if tough to say, man, if it gets worse, we're gonna have the National Guard. We are going to have the National Guard if we see more shootings. People, my parents were in the Watts riots. My parents and I and my family, we were in the Rodney King riots. I'm talking about in the square middle of the Rodney King riots. That was the first time I had Fig Newtons. Now, people, not even gonna lie, it's way past when that happened. When the looting happened, man, there was people out there grabbing TVs and stuff. I'm gonna keep this way real. My dad was grabbing meat and all type of other food that we can freeze. When those buildings were burned down, and the freezers were still stuffed with food, people were taking that food out. They were taking that food out right there, and that's where the National Guard needs to go ahead and come in. It can get way worse. Roy says red flag laws are garbage. Let me do this. He says red flag laws are garbage. Let's go ahead and that's there for anyone who wants to get on this red flag thing. If you want to chime in on there, I know typing, so sometimes you can't really get it all out in the type, but the link is there. Now, red flag has to come down to a whole lot of a person wanting to care. I get that, but upon purchasing, they need to keep a good tab. They need to keep a good tab on people and how they're buying their stuff. Like, certain amounts of ammo is just not why do you need all that ammo? Why do you need all that ammo? Like, you got to keep tabs on that stuff. Some people are planning Some people are carrying duffel bags full of, like the dude in Vegas. He had the hotel people. He had the hotel people, help him get up there with duffel bags and stuff. They helped him get up there, and you know what I mean? Like, what up, Roy? Go ahead, Roy. Get on here and let some people know how you feel about these red flag laws.
Red flag laws are garbage. They're unconstitutional. And that's why those people were booing that fucking Republican senator, because he's one of the ones that pretty much a rhino that decided to vote for that shit.
Right.
Red flag laws are totally unconstitutional. They take away your right to due process, which means that if your neighbor doesn't like Robert Reese, or Robert Reese says something that his neighbor doesn't like, he just calls the cops and say, "Hey, Robert Reese threatened me." Cops come in, take your guns, and it's up to you to have to go to court, have to pay all the fees to have your guns stored, all this to prove that you're not a threat to anybody, and hopefully you get your guns back. That's ridiculous. There's no due process.
That right there by itself, just that right there by itself, anyone can. Now we all know some people. You get those annoying neighbors, the ones that call on everything for no reason whatsoever. You let them get a hold of that button right there, it might go berserk. And like you said, the process on them having to get your stuff back, they're gonna probably try to do like a psych thing on you, probably try to run all type of other stuff on you just because someone said something. Yeah, man, that whole due process thing is important too, man. You can't take away that out of anything. You can't take that
exactly.
out.
So that's the reason behind. So red flag laws are totally, anybody that votes for that is just being ignorant. Like, and then they have the whole boyfriend loophole bullshit they're talking about. That's if you're dating somebody, you go on 3 or 4 dates. Let's say you ghost her, she's mad. She says you physically abused her or whatever. Next thing you know, you got all your shit taken away, and because some girl that you boned and ghost now wants to make your life a living hell. And that's not fair. That's not fair, and it's not constitutionally correct.
And we know we've seen this portrayed in so many movies. People, Law and Order SVU, this damn near with every single episode, what that thing is about, right? Just that right there, man. Like, I'm good, and then make that call. Now, people, we all know what the percentages are once someone cries wolf like that. Chances are, man, and let me tell you this, even though something can be made up all the way, they're going to try to still force that person in to register on something. And that messes them up forever. People, forever. You can't get certain jobs. He wouldn't even be able to be a delivery driver, people, at all. So and I guess they're putting the trust in the people to do that. Now, I don't know how that's gonna work. We can't trust our own people to govern their own neighborhoods, right?
Exactly.
So
anybody that believes in red flag laws, you're opening yourself up to being you're opening your own self up to being a victim of something that you don't even do, or somebody you put a post on Facebook, next thing you know, cops are knocking on your door. It's gonna, in my opinion, it's gonna cause more issues because you're gonna get these people, these lies made up about people, and then you're gonna have cops trying to knock on these guys' doors. Next thing you know, you're gonna have shootouts with police because they don't want to give up their guns for no reason and for some bullshit. And it's gonna cause a lot of drama. And people that think that that's going to solve the gun problems, or there really isn't a gun problem at the end of the day. People just they get their mind. They're it's kind of like gig work stuff, man. They're just fed, and they only believe what they want to hear. They don't bother to look it up for themselves. So
yeah, I think what they did with this red flag thing, I think this was actually the very first brainstorm that they came up with, and they were like, "Let's run with it." That's pretty much how it seems, because with everything that you just said, you would think that they would pretty much break it down and know exactly what we need to be red flagged on, not include all of this other stuff. But then again, you know, if they don't separate it like that, the more loose it is, people, believe it or not, that's more money coming in because people gonna be more people gonna be going to jail. People, I'm gonna tell you this, there'll be more people going to jail for stupid stuff. I mean, stupid stuff. I mean, I mean, like the neighbors passed out a flyer to the neighbors saying they're having a party, a graduation for the kids, and the neighbors complaining, and then they get into an argument about we passed out the flyers, and they say no, he threatened me with this, and then you know, and if you do absolutely get into a fight, once you get into a fight, someone's going to jail, so it's gonna fill up, and then there's more money going in, and then you know someone's gonna have to try to be a politician to try to fight. How do we stop that? And then try to get money to his campaign and go in and do that, and you know.
Yeah, and if they pass red flags on this amendment, what's to stop them from the First Amendment? What's to stop them from your Fifth Amendment? It's just a continuation. You give them, you're gonna say, oh, in the objective of, oh, I'm gonna be safe. You're opening them up to now they can red flag what you say. You know, whether or not you have, you know, the right to keep your mouth shut to the popos. They have all that. You're opening yourself. People are just opening themselves up to have more and more and more of their rights taken away just because they think, oh, it's going to save lives. It's not going to save shit at the end of the day.
Yeah, boy. And see, and that's the thing there. It's the gamble. Like just how you said, it ain't going to save. That gamble, you're going to see what's going to lose. You know what I mean? There's a gamble there. Yeah, so yeah. See, DoorDash Rick says this is the direction this country is headed on America 2022. Just try not to get stopped by the cops if you are black and ask if you have a gun. Yeah, you know, and there's a lot of idiots out there who don't have a license to carry, and they're going to tell the cops, yeah, I got a gun. They're going to jail. It's just
that happens on very rare occasions. That's some racist shit being said right there. That happens on very rare occasions because I've been pulled over with guns many a times. I've known black guys that are friends of mine in the motorcycle club realm that carry guns on a regular basis. So, you know, as long as you comply with what you're asked, you're not going to have a problem. You know, when you see 95% of these black people that are killed in traffic stops with guns, why? Because they're grabbing their gun, they're pointing the gun, they're running with the guns in their hands. That's not complying with okay. If Robert Reese has a gun in his car, the cop says, "Do you have a weapon?" Robert Reese says yes. The cop will tell you what to do from that point. Doesn't mean Robert Reese is going to get shot by every cop because he has a gun. Now, if Robert Reese grabs that gun, guess what? Robert Reese is going to get shot. You know, it's that simple. Follow instructions. It's that simple.
Yeah,
you know,
it's that simple simply because people, you know, you're dealing with a firearm and you're dealing with someone who might be a rookie cop out there. You have no idea. It might be a situation. It's his first situation that he's read inside the book, and it's actually happening to him right now. And he's like, "Oh, good," and something bad might happen. Something bad might happen. Now there was the one incident when the guy got killed by the cop, and he was actually he was going in his pocket for his actual concealed to carry, and he went in his pocket, and the cops thought he was going for a weapon and shot him. You know what I mean? So a lot of these police officers aren't trained the way that you think. People, you cannot put your trust into them. You're like, oh, he sees. I told him he'll let me know. No. He says something. You answer. You know, you go from there. You don't want to get popped for nothing. You might scratch your arm. You don't want to get popped.
And that's another thing. Just be honest. Don't be carrying guns illegally in the first fucking place, and you won't have these issues. You know, if you're legit legally allowed to carry your weapon, but don't fucking sit there and have a stolen gun in your car, or you know whatever the case may be, hiding it when you know you're not supposed to, and then you don't have to worry about these problems. You know, 95% of the people, you know, and there's not even that many. Actually, white people get shot by cops more than black people do. So it's just be legit. Don't be doing illegal shit, and you don't have nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying?
You think that's true right there? White folks get shot by the cops more than blacks. You think that's true?
Yeah, there's statistics on that. You can actually look that stuff up.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check that one out. That right there. Well, you know what? I'm trying to think of some situations. Well, because the crime in the hood is normally black on black, black on brown. You don't normally hear the white on black unless you go to Orange County when you got to deal with P9, Public Enemy Number One, OCS, the Orange County Scams, or the Nazi lowrider riders. But other than that, you're normally gonna hear black on black and black on brown, and it's normally those people take each other out. But when it comes down to the police shooting, man, I'm gonna look that one up. That's a very interesting one right there. That's worth me knowing something right there. When someone throw out a stat, that's worth something right there. Go ahead and check that one out. Bank robbing, certain crimes, man. I wonder how. Do you know? Is that nationwide?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check that one out. Now I'm gonna go into the story with Roy on here. There was a story that I wanted to bring up, but it didn't pop up. They're in Houston. I don't know how this happened, but they left a 4-year-old kid inside the car for like 5 hours, and the kid died in the heat.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Those parents should go.
Like. First of all, when I got my daughter in the car, I know my daughter's in the car. Like I know my daughter's in the car, and if it's hot, my daughter's not staying inside no car or no nothing like that. Secondly, how are you going for that many hours? How are you going for that many hours and your kid dies? Now, what do you think? What do you think the punishment should be for those parents right there?
That should be murder. That's murder to me. How do you forget your kid in the car? That's murder to me. You're murdering your kid. There's no reason to sit there and believe that somebody forgot that they have their kid in their car for 5 hours. That's ridiculous. That to me it's almost like a premeditated murder to me.
That's
like
what
yeah, so to me that's murder, and you should face the same consequences as murder, in my opinion.
Yeah, man, and man. Now, whatever happens from this, if I don't know,
because you look at it this way: if you leave your kid in the car 5 hours, they die. Okay, let's say you don't want to charge it with murder. Okay, let's say you leave your kid in the car, somebody steals your car, wrecks, kills your kid while he's still in your car. Guess what he gets charged with? Murder. There ain't no goddamn difference to me that you left your kid in the car, which I don't know how like anybody ever does that. And so it's the same crime in my opinion. You purposely left your kid in the car. There's no way you can sit there and say, I forgot. But yet you could grab your cell phone, but you can't grab your kid. Come on, bro. That's bullshit. Anybody who tries that shit is bullshit. That's bullshit.
Now, if they somehow don't get what a lot of people think they should get, if they ever allow them to have any kids again, it's something wrong. It's something wrong with that. It's something wrong with that.
That's the whole thing, is because there's been a precedent set that the parents are already dealing with the loss of their kid, blah blah blah. So we're gonna give them a lesser charge because we already feel bad for the parent for losing their kid. Bullshit. You get the maximum for that shit. I don't want to hear you did it on purpose, in my opinion. There's no.
Yeah, it seems like that long in a car. Like I can see. All right, you parked in front. You parked in front of the store. You ran in because you were running in right to the counter to get, and you ran right back out. I see people do that every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. But
it's because parents nowadays look at kids as disposable items, in my opinion. The word parent don't mean dick anymore, because these people don't want to be parents. They want to have a kid because it looks cool, because their friends have kids, and then they figure out what being a parent is really like. And so to me, a lot of it is just they don't want to be parents. and they find the easy way. And to me, that's an easy way to get rid of your kid if you don't want him. Oh, I forgot him in the car. Bullshit. That's bullshit. In my opinion, we've got a society nowadays that look at kids as just disposable items. It's just it's like a trophy, in my opinion. They don't look at it like.
Whoa, Roy, where you go? All right, Roy go pop back up because I do want to ask Roy one thing. He'll pop right back in. Roy, come back in. People, that's leaving your kid inside there, man. That is nuts. People, we gotta pass the message on. We gotta pass the message on that we gotta stop having these kids have kids, because I was on Chaotic Theory the other day, people, and we were talking about the presence of a man, especially in the Black community and in these areas where that are not well off. When it comes down to a man, a lot of the dudes had these kids when they were teenagers and actually young, and then their kids are like teenagers, but they did not grow up, so they're out there hanging with their kids on the block doing the exact same thing. I said we don't we don't see a James Evans from Good Times anymore. We don't even see a Carl Winslow anymore. People from Family Matters. We don't even see Carl Winslow being portrayed in the community anymore. What we do have, and this is what I said on Chaotic Theory, we have guys wearing crazy space boots, a half woman dress. They wearing a purse with a gun in the other hand. Okay, those are the role models that we got the people looking up to. We got to go ahead and fix. We got to go ahead and fix that stuff right there. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and fix that stuff. Now, what I do want to brainstorm right now for all the men out there who are watching, what I want to do every now and then is if we just get a panel of just men and we talk about issues that men have to go with. That's kind of like a supportive group. We can get on here on camera and and just talk about certain things that as a young boy, young boy to juvenile to young adult to full adult, if you're married, things like that. We can talk about things that can help each other out. We can get up here on a panel every now and then and just talk about stuff that can strictly be about trying to help the young men here and help everyone get to a positive state. So if people are in agreement with that, give me a thumbs up, because that's something that I actually want to do on this channel also. To show people what this Hot Facts is all about. If we can have something on here to where we can help men, and let's say we put something together here to where we have some women get on here, and if they can do some things positive for the women, we can set that stuff up here. I'm trying to do all that stuff on Hot Facts, but more importantly, first, I want to get something so we can get young dudes. We can just get men up here and just open up the forum. We'll go over some questions and then let everyone just go off and then go in on that. So if you are interested in that, go ahead and give a thumbs up on that. I need the DoorDash Revolution says he's in. So once people go back and watch this back, they'll go ahead and see that there. This is gonna be something that is very positive right here. We got the platform here. We can just hit that link and get on here and speak. We can go ahead and help out with certain situations. Young dudes that are, they have a young family, first time ever getting involved in that. Let's say there's someone that don't have a dad or nothing else like that. They want to get some info. It's the lone wolf. They were raised by women, so we can have a support group. We can do that every now and then here on Hot Facts. So one day, I'm just gonna go live one day and just put the title up. I'll put the title up. And just all right, Roy, I got you. I'll just go ahead and just put the title up, and then I'll just let people know all men come and join in. Go ahead and ask some questions, some stuff like that can help out every single person. So people, Hot Facts is Hot Facts. For that person that said I'm the worst criminal of all time, this is what the worst criminals do of all time. We do things to help each other out as far as young men. I might be able to pull something together and get maybe 2 or 3 speakers up here. I do know that my aunt, Pastor Tina Lowe, she has already agreed to come on here. She streams on every single platform there is. Really great pastor. She has already agreed. So when she gets up on here, we can have something where women can ask some questions, learn about this. And actually, my aunt Cookie actually is real good with the social worker thing. So I can get both of them on. They're both pastors and missionary. My mom's an evangelist also. So these women do a whole lot of great things. They can actually get up here and then they can actually go over things for young women. They can teach young women some things. So I'm going to be setting that up. I just forgot that my aunt Tina just did give me the okay last week. So I'm going to be able to do that because that's what they do for a living also. They counsel people and then they help out with the youth also. So all of this is part of Hot Facts, people. I have connections everywhere to where Hot Facts is Hot Facts. We go drop that stuff like it's hot. Now, Roy, if your phone is cooled down, hop back in because I want to ask you this. I want to ask you this so I can hear you so that it's not texted. If you can hop back in, just let me know because I already got the cue here. So people, Hot Facts is trying to branch off. Well, not branch off, just pull into the Hot Facts brand. So as of now, people, in the Hot Facts brand, we have clothing, we have gig work. The boxing is coming in this week, and maybe right now the start of next week. So we have Hot Facts Sports, we have gig and economy, we have sports, we got the interviews. I'm going to be coming with a little bit of food, which is why I am doing the interview with the Daily Mom. We're going to have food, and she'll be able, because she's a chef, she'll be able to go ahead and do her thing there. So as you see, it's going to be broken off in certain things. I have my tech guy, Jonathan Rivers, by the way, people, at 5 p.m. today. At 5 p.m. Today, Jonathan Rivers will be in to do the interview. So that's just about in an hour and 15 minutes from here. We will be going over a lot of various topics and people, homeowners insurance. We will be going over homeowners insurance and other things like that. So make sure that you guys are going to be here for 5 p.m. for that interview with Jonathan Rivers. It is going to be a great one. Rev, what's up there?
Well, we just wanted to chime in for a minute, man, and congratulate you on the efforts that you're doing. You're going to be attacked. People are going to tell people not to listen to your channel because they didn't think of these ideas. You're doing great things for the community and keep doing for the community. These are the times that we have to address. Just like we addressed earlier on our live stream about heat-related illnesses, summer heat, how you got to deal with crime, violence, take care of your body, and all of that. We are going to meet people that are in different venues, but are in the food business in this industry in the gig economy. It is very important. It's time for that. How do you get your own virtual kitchen? How do you get your own business started? Where do you start with your limited liability corporations and all that? But content creators got to stop jumping on each other's channels, trying to troll someone that's doing a good effort. I'm not going to let it happen. Not on your channel, I'm not going to let it happen, brother, nor anybody else's channel, because you have a job and a mission to do, and I'm going to make sure it get done. So that's all I want to let you know, brother. I'm going to get ready to sign off.
I appreciate that, Rev. I appreciate it. People, look, man, the ideas that I think of, people, I try my best to not have them as thoughts, to put them in motion right when I get it. So it's something that's positive that's going to be jumping off. So that's why I want to get a group of men up here. We can just have men talk and talk about things that can help out young men, full adults, everything else like that. There's a lot of people that won't go to a counseling session. I'm one included. I would rather do something like this. That's why I'm not mentioning it. Things like this can actually help a lot of people. And a lot of people don't want to go and check in or something, but every now and then, if you can just hop on the screen and say what you got to say from your chest, and you actually want to get some feedback on because it can help you down the line, we can do things like that. And this will actually help with a lot of mental stress. If someone can have someone to talk to, a lot of people talk to themselves a lot. I know it's good to have self-confirmation and to know that, you know, you're hearing what you're saying, but sometimes we need somebody else there that can say something back that's not going to be what's already inside your brain. So that's why this right here, I'm going to start it up. And you know what? I think I'm going to do something next week. I think I'm just going to turn it on next week. And whoever hops in, hops in. I'll think about some topics to go ahead to have for that. If anybody else has any topics that they want to go ahead and throw in, go ahead and throw those in comment sections, do things like that. But we'll just call this the we'll just call it, like, we'll call it the potluck or something. And the food that we are getting is all this knowledge that we're about to be getting. We're about to take all of that in. We just call it the potluck. We go get it all, and then get some of that luck off of it too. And like I say, people, you hear a story, you share a story. That's how everything works. Now, with that said, people, I'm gonna go ahead and get on off of here because I gotta be back for 5 o'clock for Jonathan Rivers' interview. That's at 5 o'clock. It is going to be a great one. We will be going over some home owners insurance there. DoorDash Revolution, be present for that. Roy, you guys, be present for it because we will be talking about other things during this interview. It's going to be a great interview. If you guys like DJ Melonfunk and like how we interacted and, the flow of that, a lot of you people learned that he DJed with Dr. Dre's brother and knew Dr. Dre. And he's pioneered and did a whole lot of stuff. So Jonathan Rivers is another heavy hitter out there, another heavy hitter. And I got to hit up Jalissa Espinoza because college is fully in and she's doing her community work. And she's a community activist and an organizer who works for the University of Laverne. And she is also a personal trainer client of mine that I've trained and I've got her doing some really good stuff. And people, I'm also on Thumbtack. If you guys know about the site where you can go ahead and hire different people, lawyers and stuff like that, I'm also on Thumbtack for my personal training and my nutritional work also. So I'm on certain apps all over the place, people. But I got to get out of here, people. I will see you guys later. I got to sign out like Chuck Woolery in 2 and 2. I'll see you guys in about an hour. Thanks.